What's up, guys? Tyler Singer here at SNS Smithing. Our friends in yellow are back. It's time to do a welder review for SEFASPE. So here we are. We have a stick welder. It is the SEFASPE ARC 200 Pro. So basically this is an updated version of the last stick welder we tested out for them. It's going to have digital display. It's going to have hot start, arc force, anti-slip, and VRD. So it's all like arc features you can control from the machine. So let's get into the opening. Alright guys, so here's our machine. Nice little lightweight model like usual. So if you look on the bottom, we can see our duty cycle amperages here. So for maybe 60% on 110 on 40 amps, we could be 100 at 155 amps on 220. So pretty cool. This is a dual voltage machine, and they did kind of correct the issue a little bit of what I liked before with having the 110 that you plugged into this. They have the big plug on it, and then they have a little adapter plug that you just plug into the main 220 plug there. So I like that, big fan of that, and it seems like a nice beefy plug. It's going to be hard to lose. It did not come with the little plastic face shield cover, which isn't a bad thing because all the other ones have. Our leads seem to be a little bit heavier duty. The same ground clamp, same stinger, and we have the bigger style twist connect dense plugs here. So that's good. So that means they're more universal. You can pick those up everywhere. Comes with a manual. That's pretty much it. We can get into this one did not come with electrodes like the last one. So we got the welder all set up here. So I have it hooked up, my ground. Rods we're going to be running, same as we have in the last few tests. We're going to run 6013, which I don't think it's going to have any problems with. 7018, which should also not have any issues. And then the 6010, which everything has been having issues with on these inverter welders, so that's a common issue. So we'll see if they tweak the designs and the settings enough that we can get it to run the 6010. That's going to be a big thing. I don't have any concerns about if it'll weld. I just wonder if it's going to be able to do those 6010s. I do like how they addressed the problem with the plug on the last one. They've changed the adapter around, so it's less of a safety concern now, I think, in my opinion. But moving on to the testing, we're going to start off with our 6013, then go to 7018, and then 6010 finally. Alright, so I'm going to flip it on switches on the back. Alright, right out the gate. Not too bad. See, we have our hot start there. 5% hot start for a half second. Arc force is 5%. That's for lift TIG. If you want to run TIG on this, if you have the like a scratch start setup. And we're running at 100 amps. Dial that back some to about 85 for our 6013. We're into it. 6010 on 85 amps. Nice, smooth, flat bead. Excellent. We'll move on to our 7018 next. So here's our 7018, a nice smooth bead. This one benefited from having that arc force control. Before I could turn up the arc force, it was a ropey bead. I turned up the arc force to 10%, and now it's nice, smooth, perfect welds. Alrighty, so before we move on to 6010, here are our two 6013 beads up here, and then our three 7018 beads right there. Nice welds. Again, having that arc force and hot start really helped move things along. We're going to move on to our 6010. I'm going to leave the arc force at 10% to help us get that little bit of effort, try to maintain the arc. And we're going to be running at 95. So again, with our 6010s, the inverter welder cannot maintain the arc. It'll start, but then it'll snuff out shortly after. I am running well above what you need to for an 1/8 inch 6010. I'm running at 100 amps. I have hot start up to 10%. I have hot start time up to 2.5 seconds, and I have arc force all the way up to 10%. So it should be running, but it won't. These inverter machines struggle with it, so it's no fault of the actual machine itself. It's just they aren't really capable of running that rod. So I was just seeing if it could. I would have been surprised, but usually they can't. Alrighty guys, so what do I think of the SEFASPE 200 Pro? I think it's a nice little machine. Very user-friendly, small, light, portable. It's a, like, throw it in your truck and go to a job site kind of a thing if you're just starting a side business here. It does do lift TIG. I don't have any scratch start set up to hook it up to test that, but I'm sure the arc capability is smooth enough. It runs really smooth with 7018, so should do TIG fine. I'm going to run some T-joints with it periodically. I'm going to let my students play with it and run bend tests and things like that with it, see what they think of it. So far so good. I'll touch base once I got some welds from students and some T-joints and stuff thrown together. Guys, so our final thoughts on the SEFASPE 2-in-1 200 Pro. It is a decent machine. It costs around 120 bucks. I'll have links in the description for this. It's on Amazon. Not a bad little machine. I like how, well, this is supposed to be the upgraded version of the last one we tested, and I like how they upgraded the plug and adapter style to the little plug end just goes on this. It seems a little bit safer than the other way they had it. Still same kind of leads, they're a bit longer, and they have the big DINS connectors on them, the big twist locks, which is good. It runs decent. I like how you have the arc force and the hot start. That really helped out a lot with just getting the rod started versus their last model, so that's a big improvement. It still can't run 6010, but I guess I can't really hold too much against it on that because a lot of these inverter machines just can't run them. But if it could, that'd be great, and it'd be like 100% solid piece of equipment, I think, for the price point. For the price, it is really good. I mean, it's nice, it's light, portable, something if you needed to go do a quick repair around the farm or wherever, if you're just getting started in your own little mobile kind of repair gig, you could just take this, throw it in a truck, and go run somewhere, especially since it runs on 110. The 110 is limited by the breaker you're plugged into. So my students were using this the other day. They had it plugged in on 110, and they were running 120 amps off of our 110 outlet, but I think we have like 20 amp breakers in most of our outlets because this is a shop that's going to be running a lot of power drawing equipment. So it handled that really well. I was actually surprised, but usually if you just have smaller amps, you're not going to get above like 100 amps, so you have to use the smaller rods, but it'll run fine on that. Handle vertical well, different positions, no issues. Yeah, no major problems. This is running a lot better than the last one, and I was fairly impressed with the last model, so they keep this trend going, it's good. So again, $120 machine, shipped to your door, lightweight, digital, has great duty cycles on it, so I give it a stamp of approval. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and remember, forge your fate.